We will.
How many more school do you have? Hey, what's the countdown to? Oh, I have until summer, it's 110 days.
It's like 7-8 days.
That's including weekends and spring breaks and stuff. All right, we are looking at uniform motion problems where they give you both distances. Whoops. All right, so these are the ones that we've done before, where you go somewhere and then you come back, right?
Yeah.
Well, look. Or where you have two people starting from the same place and they go opposite directions. You remember ones like that?
Oh, these are the
Or where they start from the same place and they may have the same time, but one of them goes faster than the other. And they end up not at the same place. Does that make sense? Okay, so those are ones we've looked at before. This one is a little bit different. Friar Chuck rode the 24 miles to the fair in Nottingham at a leisurely pace. He stayed too long at the fair and had to double his speed on the way back in order to get home in time. If his total traveling time was 9 hours, how fast did he travel in each direction and what were the times?
Can I just try my best and see if I get it?
Sure. These are, some of them are going to be similar to what we've done in the past, but they're going to be set up differently because we're given different information.
Is 9 hours including how long you stay there?
Traveling time only.
Oh, I didn't see traveling.
Does that make sense? Okay. Will someone go draw what happens in our picture? Not Miranda, you've already been to the board. Okay.
But we don't know the speed on the way there.
Correct. Or
I think it was double the speed. I don't know, right?
this one. No, that's just our picture. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Do you agree with that picture? Okay. Distance there, distance back. You can do distance 1, distance 2, like for the first time and then coming back. It doesn't matter to me how you label it. Okay, so we need to figure out our distance, our rate, and our time. All right, so this is going there, and this is coming back. Do we know distance? So both of them are 24? Rode 24 miles to the fair. He went 24 miles, and then he came back, right? It's like whenever you go to school and then come home, you go the same distance. Well, if you take the same route. Do we know our rate going there or coming back? Pat? So whatever he went going there, he doubled it on the way back? Okay? All right, how are the times related? Okay, so if this is... Yeah? Good. Well, you want to know which T it is. Any questions on setting that part up? Okay. Now what? Yeah, set up your equations first. This is one equation. What would it be? Does that make sense? Because r times t equals distance. And then this is the other equation. Do you agree with that part? You could. No. This is exactly those problems that we've been doing. Those ones that you were like, can I just substitute in different letters? No, because this is exactly why they've been practicing with those. So you can either set them equal to each other because they do equal 24, both of them, or we can substitute, right? 18 RT minus 2, and then what? Equals 24. Does that make sense? So 18 RT minus 48 equals 24. And then what? Yeah, add 48. So 18 RT equals, oh yeah. And so RT equals 4. Does that make sense? Do y'all see how that works? Okay, how fast did he travel in each direction? So going there, how fast did he travel? Okay. Okay, how did we get 8 miles per hour on the way back? It was doubled, okay? And his time there would be what? Why 6? Okay, and then his time going back would be, because they have to add up to 9. Y'all see how that works? We're walking. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I guess he did ride something. Any questions on these? Yeah, it would be a long time to ride a bike.
But I mean, it said it took him 6 hours.
Yeah. All right, looking at another example. Atalanta. Sounds like a Greek, like Greek goddess.
Sounds like Alice a little bit. That sounds like Atlanta.
Yeah. All right, so see if you could set up the diagram correctly.
Do you have to draw the picture?
No. Go, if you can't draw your picture, go ahead and do your box. Yeah, your distance, rate, time box. Do we need a picture, like of what they're doing? Not really. Okay. Do what? Okay. Okay.
Oh, I get it. I get it.
These questions, usually you're going to have to find the rate for both and the time for both. Like you're going to need to find all 4. All right, will someone go fill in the distance column? Do you agree? 80 and 28? Does that make sense? Sometimes they'll go the same distance. They won't always. Okay, someone come fill in the rate column. Okay, what would be the first one? Do we need to use RC? We need to use the rate of the challenger so that we know it's the rate of the challenger and not the rate of Atalanta. Does that make sense? However you wanted to note that, but you don't want to just use R so that you know which rate it is. Y'all understand how to get the 4RC and the RC? It says, yeah, 4 times as fast as the challenger. So however fast the challenger ran, Atalanta ran faster. Any questions on the rate? Okay, someone else come do the times.
But what if we teach?
So the time of the challenger. And then what would be the time for Atalanta? Time of the challenger minus 2. Does that make sense? How else could you have written your time? TA and T. Does that make sense? You have it set up like this, then this is the time of Atalanta, not the time of the challenger. So it will matter. You want either one or the other. Does that make sense? Because if you set it up like in the green, but you use TC, then when you go to put your answers, you're going to say the time of the challenger is wrong, because it's going to be the time of Atalanta. Does that make sense? Any other questions on the chart? Okay. So what equation can we make? Do you agree? Okay, so that would be 4 RCTC minus 2 equals 80. Right? Oh, whoa, whoa. Yeah, 8. That's not right. That's right. And then what would be the other equation you would make? RCTC equals 28. What can we do now? So 4 times 28 minus 8 RC equals 80. So what is 4 times 28? This one? I just said 4 RC times TC and then 8 RC. This one? $42, $32, and so RC would be what? What were the units on this? Miles and hours? That's the rate of the challenger? Okay, so what is the rate of Atalanta? Make sense? Okay, what about the time of the challenger? 4 times what gives me 28? 7 hours. And the time of Atalanta? 7 minus 2. that make sense? Yeah, a bit unrealistic maybe? A bit unrealistic? Yeah. Running 16 miles per hour for 5 hours straight. That'd be like sprinting more than a marathon. Yeah. Marathon's like 26.2 miles. 3. And you're like sprinting it the whole time. Yeah, bit unrealistic. Any questions on this though? Y'all understand how to set them up? Okay. All right, yes, your test is tomorrow.